on desert sands. And without further ado, I give you the tilt of ID and C4. Now, a lot of Russian mediums there. AMX30B and the STB1, the Japanese medium, which is an absolutely fantastic machine, rolling out. It's got great gun depression, very solid turret. There he is, the man himself. He's been driving that thing like a demon all day. This is a big change. C4 are taking a leaf out of ID's book, and they are actually pushing up hard down the middle, and they have anticipated ID's double IS7 push and absolutely wrecked him. I don't know if that's an ammo rack or not, but ID have been caught out well and truly there. Look at this. They've turned around. Ping was taken out the Terminator, so they've knocked out both their heavies right off the bat. That was ID's staple move all day, and the C4 guys have paid attention to it, and they've just mass pushed and isolated two of the ID boys right off the bat, and that is a huge blow. It's now 5 tanks on 6. Whatever. Oh no, it's 5 tanks on 5. So they're both nutted each other. Fantastic. This is what happens when you get two equally aggressive teams, and they're pushing up. Gramixan now is at the back. He's trying to get across there. They're trying to isolate. Pingver is right at the back as well. He's with iShot. We don't know what's going on there. At the other end of the field, though, is where there is a second. Oh, no. Ammo rack on Gramixan. That is the first one we've seen all day. That is absolutely brutal. The gods of RNG are dead set against you when that happens in a final. Brutal ammo rack. But if you're driving a Russian tank, it is always a big chance. ID Aaron's doing his level best, but he was left there on his own versus 2 tanks. Sadim takes down Zhosky. They are 3 on 4. That'll be talked about all around the traps. An ammo rack is nothing to scoff at. They are coming down trying to isolate Shirovsky. They've got a good chance of doing it here. If AMX30B can back up and hit that shot, they can go to 3 on 3. What a massive fight back. This is huge. Absolutely massive. They've managed to isolate again. And Happy End is there on his own versus 3 tanks. They may take another one out. The other gun for the boys from C4 is down the far end of the field, and ID have gone to tank up. This is absolutely unbelievable. They don't have a whole lot of hit points left, but they've got an extra gun. How they use it is going to be crucial. One of their guys, if you breathed on him, he'd fall over. He's only got 83 hit points left. A strong gust would knock him down. Sadim is in a big... And you know what he's doing? Because he's only got 83 hit points left and he's in ID. He's just going to go. And that's how they roll. They've really put Pingver under pressure there. He's a one-shot for everyone as well. There are an awful lot of very, very sad and hurt tanks on this battlefield. I can't believe that ID are still in this and, in fact, are a tank up. This is a massive turnaround. They were down... I mean, that ammo rack on Gramixan was huge. And now they're going to fight back and actually make this a super close game. I love what C4 is doing here. Heading out there into the desert makes it a very tough get. Anyone that's approaching is going to have to expose themselves, and you can see how they're set up there. That's crucial. This is 2 teammates playing together, trying to share the hit point pool as best they can. The biggest hit point pool tank on the map is on C4, and that is a massive thing. It doesn't matter so much about what you're looking at there. If you're a one-shot at 83 hit points, that's all good. But if they can't get to you, if they've got to burn through hit points to get to you, then they're going to be able to actually take advantage of that and put damage in. Now, the guys from ID have been aggressive all day. It is not in their nature to sit back and let things unfold, but they don't have a lot of choice. Everyone here is just on the edge of their seats. You can see the guys that are left in the fight are talking to their teammates. This is just tense. This is where it's all happening. I cannot believe that AMX30B is playing on an iPhone. This is ridiculous. That thing wouldn't fit inside my hands. Here we go. It's happening. The guys from ID, they're all nervous. No one can believe it. It would be a terrible thing to not have a tank in the race here. At least you wouldn't be able to think about it if you were driving one of the vehicles. Oh, they just squeezed one off. Not sure where that was aimed. Just a blind shot. Nothing wrong with taking a chance on that one. The clock's ticking down. ID, C4, both of them, turn by turn, trying to get the advantage. They're absolutely intent. This is nail-biting stuff. I thought when Gramixan's ammo rack did him a bad favour, that this was all over. But ID fought back so hard on the far flank. You saw AMX30B actually do a fantastic job of hitting, going behind the building, waiting on a reload from his opponent and coming out and hitting again while on very, very low hit points and taking no damage in return. And it's that move there that probably saved them. We've now got 3 tanks on 2, 3 tanks on 2. Do they hang out? Do they hold? Do they try and pull a draw? Or do they push down and try and take advantage of the extra gun? They have enough hit points there between them to soak up a couple of shots. The average alpha on an STB is 350. The average alpha on one of your Russian mediums is 310. So unless they get an exceptionally high roll, ID7 Bong can take a couple of shots. They have enough hit points between them to get the job done. But to do it, they actually have to be in a position to put shots on. And no one appears to be willing to push the envelope. Hot is holding back. He's leading the charge there. That's exactly what he needs to do. He's got over 1,000 hit points. He knows he's got that in the bag. That's something that can't be changed. ID, if they want to challenge, are going to have to move onwards and upwards. And no one seems keen on moving here at all. No one's ready to take advantage, to take the bull by the horns and actually claim a victory. ID are down 2 tanks to 0. This is our second map on Desert Sands, and it had been very friendly for them up until now. No one's moving. We have a standoff. This is the first time all day that we've had this occur. There's a lot at stake here. Tensions are running exceptionally high. The guys from C4 probably can't believe that this hasn't been decided already. ID have done a great job all day of pressing the point, but they don't have a lot of hit points. 2 of their tanks are very, very low on the hit point scale, and it's just simply a fact of life that if they push up hard and heavy, they may well fall foul. Now, C4 have a hit point advantage, but yeah, there you go. Well played. I think ID would happily take the draw on that one. I mean, when you look at it, Gramixan, he got ammo racked. That looked like being the end of it. They were down a bunch of tanks at that point in time. They did a brilliant job to draw it back. I thought they might have managed to get it out. We're going to go and have a look at the stats now, I believe. There we go, Pingvi with 3,800. When cometh the man, cometh the hour. He really stood up and got counted there. That was a massive effort. He used just about all of his hit points. And Hot did very, very well, just holding the fort at the front. AMX30B doing a really good job there. And it was just, all in all, a really well-played match. Bit unfortunate we didn't get a result, and it does probably